Yeah, so man, just like, yeah, just honestly, just gaslight her. I think that would help sort it out. Honestly, what? Huh? What's that? Oh, we're on. Hey, hello, welcome everyone to the Hakimov Asimov's 2026 Killer Cup. Nightmare Fredbear, do you feel the electricity? Because I sure do. What do you think, man? Amazing, amazing. How are we all doing tonight, everyone? How is everyone feeling? What's on for tonight's news? The Killer Cup, that's what's on. Oh, everyone's all set and ready to go. But, before we begin, a bit of bookkeeping, we gotta go through the rules. Alright, because what's the point in a tournament if you don't have the dang rules? So, rule number 1. These are for the preliminary rounds. Once it gets to the round of 16, quarter, semi-finals, and the final rounds, there's a bit of different, rules that will apply. But, for us, right at the start, number 1. Camping of hooks is only allowed once 3 gens remain. Returning to unhooking is okay, though. So if you are a killer, and you perchance got a hook, alright, and you walk off, maybe you're, for example, you're the pig, or maybe you're using make your choice, and there's the unhook, it's perfectly reasonable to go back. Tunneling of survivors is only allowed once 2 gens remain. Killers must use 2 of their own perks. Remaining 2 perks can be chosen at will. Number 4. Only purple add-ons and below can be used. And number 5, if 1 or more survivors DC early in the match will be placed under review by the board, and if deemed necessary, a rematch will be done. Next rounds, the round of 16, quarter, semi, there's largely the same, except, however, iridescent add-ons will be allowed, and the killers can use whatever perks they desire. Alright, this is for the round of 16 and beyond. However, once we reach the final round, alright, the final 2 killers, alright, the killers will not run any perks. They will not run any add-ons, however, they can camp and they can tunnel. Alright? That's all the rules. And if you guys want to do your due diligence, you're more than welcome to call out whenever a killer may have violated the rules, or you deem it necessary to bring it up. Perfectly reasonable, alright? It will be placed under review by the board. What's the scoring like? Well, you'll figure it out as we go. By memory, okay? It's a win. If the killer gets a win, they get 3 points. If it's a draw, each killer gets 1 point, and if they lose, I believe they get 0. Whoever wins, the 2 high scoring competitors in their group will be moving on to the next round. Will this be controlled versus bots, or will this be versus random? This will be against random survivors. Alright, so the killers might be an unlucky bunch and end up in the wrong place at the wrong time, but hey, that's how it is. Sometimes you just gotta make do. So, why don't we have a look at the scoreboard? Map offerings, no map offerings. During the first sets, during the preliminary rounds, which are now being lovely to see right now, there will be hatch offerings, but beyond that, in the round of 16 and onwards, there will not be. Alright, no map offerings, no hatch offerings, nothing. Alright? Just for the preliminary rounds. So, as you can see, we've got all 5 rounds here for our preliminary rounds, and you can see a little inspired by Slate there, just to remind people, hey, I didn't come up with this myself, alright, there's a higher power here, and then, if you're innately curious, you can have a look over here, and you'll see our round of 16 and quarterfinals, semi-finals, and the finals. I'll give you guys a little look at the group stages. So as you can see here, we have Group A, Group B, Group C, Group D, Group E, Group F, Group G, and finally Group H. So we have plenty. Losers bracket cannot be dethroned. Unfortunately, no, not this year. No losers bracket. Alright, this is their only chance. Alright, if they don't make it past the group stages, that is it. However, there is a second chance for one individual, because in the playoffs, in the round of 16, there is a chance for the strongest third, they do have a chance to get back in to the round of 16. Can we bet money? You can bet money by just sending it to me. You can do that. We need a ceremonial night game to commemorate this event. Unfortunately, no. Well, no ceremonial night game, alright. Knight has unfortunately not been invited back after his blunder during the seeding event. Unfortunately, he has not been invited back. Perk and add-on time. Yep, it's time for Freddy to choose his perks. Alright, he's been warming up. And let's see what he picks. Best viewers. Oh wow, a bot actually got through. This is a first. Yo, it's like a real thing. Yo, free viewers. Let's get free viewers, guys. Oh, lordy, lordy. Oh, it looks like we've already made it through. Alright, let's get rid of this bot first, and then we'll... Alright. How you guys feeling? How you guys feeling? Hey, do you guys have any particular kills you want to win? You know who... No, sorry, Jimmy. Sorry, weirdly enough, I don't want best viewers. Because I have the best viewers. Aww. I want Freddy to lose. Hey, you're allowed to want whoever you want to lose, alright? We've got some nasty competition out there. Ghoul. Ghoul. Did I mention Ghoul? Like Jimmy just said, I'm praying for their devil. But I must remain impartial. I'm the commentator. Alright? At the end of the day, I can't dictate who wins, who loses. Alright? I merely just observe and make the funny. Isn't that right now, man? Not... I think I just had a heart attack. It's time to get started. This is the first match. Freddy, what have you got to show for us? Alright. First match of the tournament, Eerie of Crows. You don't want to be seeing this as Freddy. But hey, again, it's not about winning. It's about getting more hooks than the other guy. So let's see, what can Freddy get done? It's a cap for ping before a retry is called. I have not thought of that. If it's becoming increasingly clear that it's unplayable for the killer, then there will be a redo. Otherwise, it is what it is. Alright, Freddy on Killer Shack. Not exactly a place you want to be starting. Seeing if Freddy can wrap this up quickly. Chase has not officially been started. Little confusing as to why. This isn't being started. There we go, the chase has begun. Not exactly something you want to happen as Freddy. First gen completed. Freddy starting to sweat a little. He's off to a bad start. Now as Freddy, you're tempted to just leave this, honestly. It's a chase against competent survivors. And a part of you wonders if that's going to be the recurring theme. Immediately just running back to Killer Shack. You suspect that these survivors just have one thing on their mind, and it is what they can get done with Killer Shack. Freddy looping Steve now. Can he get an injury? He cannot! Oh, Freddy, what are you doing for us, man? What are you doing? Oh, nice pallet vacuum from the Steve. Another gen pops. Freddy, he's starting to sweat. This is not how you want to start off. One must wonder if the heebie-jeebies are getting him. Alright. A little bit of zoning done. Does he get the injury? He gets the injury. That's all you need as Freddy. As Freddy, you're hoping to catch him off. Unfortunately, you don't. You find Meg. Not exactly what you want. You see the finesse. You need to crack these doors down. I'm starting to agree with you. I think Freddy might be camera shy. Steve immediately goes up. The survivors are there, just on it too much. Oh, you find Laurie caught out with nowhere to hide. This might be a chance for Freddy to get something done, to put pressure on the board. 3 gens are done. He can camp now. He is allowed to do whatever he desires. Laurie remaining patient. Not throwing that pallet. Somehow! Goes down. And unless there's a serious interruption, this will be Freddy's first hook. What do you mean 3 gens done? I know. I know. Just the name of the game, though. Just the name of the game. Oh, 3 gens done. I meant 2 gens done. I meant 3 gens remaining. Alright. That has been completed. Freddy, with the freedom to camp, gets an injury. Keeping an eye on the hook. You suspect. Yes, and he was right in that assumption. That the survivor's still sticking around. As Freddy, you don't mind this. You don't mind this. Alright, you don't mind sitting on the hook, waiting for someone to go for it. Get the injury. They get the unhook. 2 gens remain. Freddy is free to tunnel. He's free to get it done. Remember, it is Laurie. She does have life. Freddy, he just has to go for it. There's not much more he can do. He's running out of time. He's running out of time. DS possibly on the board. You see Meg around the corner waiting for it. Does Freddy go for the pick? That is the big question. He goes for it. What can he get done? DS. Ooh, Freddy is good. No DS, unfortunately, for them. This gives Freddy much more time. Fire up, starting to gut through. He's going to get some pop goes value here. Not as much as he'd like, but better than nothing. Better than nothing. You got Meg right over here. Competent survivor indeed. Question is, can Freddy get something done? Fire up, starting to pump through. Ooh, Meg starting to be cheeky. Starting to get a little courageous with their plays. It was Freddy. Yeah, you remember they have life on them. What is going through Freddy's head right now? I couldn't tell you. It is not looking right. Gets the injury. Nice, nice, nice. Forcing trades. That's what you need as Freddy. Laurie immediately gone for Freddy. Freddy just has to take this. There is no reason not to. He's in a poor game state. He's forced to. And you suspect this time a DS will be used. Ooh. Laurie goes down, hopefully for the final time. Again, you suspect DS is in play. What happens if you redeem a sound during a match? Hey, feel free to do it. Feel free to do it. Alright, Steve coming in for body blocks. Question is that enough? Is that enough to stop Freddy from getting the hook? Part of me thinks not. Alright, that's 3 hooks on the board for Freddy. Freddy seeing the collective group start to show their lack of support for him. Is starting to worry, what's the plan here? He's found the injured parties. For some reason, had his pallets up, needed the dream snare. What can he get done here? Again, this is that competent survivor. Freddy's a little scared by them. Another outfit offering. I'm very tempted to turn it off. Let's see, can Freddy get more done here? He needs to be quick, he needs to be fast. He can't waste time, he's got the down. And you suspect a boil over play. No boil over. So he's just going to get this hook nice and easy without much hassle. Jimmy spamming everything, tempted to time him out. They're really testing the patience of not just the killer now, but also the commentator. Alright, Freddy going for the pop goes. Finds Jake sitting out here, goes for the injury. What can he get done? He's starting to put the pressure on the board now. This is exactly what he needed. Gets the down. Nice, nice, nice. He's starting to do the snowball. Make Jimmy implode, yeah. Alright, he's found himself in a nice position here. What can he get done? Geisha is at the door scratching at it, distracting the commentator, but the commentator will remain resolute. Freddy now available to teleport.
Bonk, bonk, bonk,
Here's your bonk. Alright, Freddy now back on Meg. You suspect this player is competent enough. Freddy just failing to hit anything. With this Meg, just eats the pallet, he's perfectly fine by that. Now is Freddy remembering what he's allowed and not allowed to do. He's going to freely take his time. Coming back to hook. He's found Steve. He's found Jake. Doesn't go for the pallet drop. Steve found himself in the open. What can Freddy get done here? Switches to pallet. If Steve finds himself in the wrong spot, he could make this all worse for the team. But given its area of crows with 1 million pallets, I'm enamored how that didn't hit. Poor Freddy, honestly. Alright, starting to push Steve back towards the gens. You know these ones are moving. Alright, you found a better target here. There you go, you get the injury, you get the down, you suspect DS here. There's no reason not to think so, but you gotta just try. You just gotta try. No DS. Freddy is looking comfortable. This is his 6th hook on the board. No gen movement here. You suspect that this one all the way over here is being moved by Meg, so you need to check it out. And with that, you are correct. Alright, Freddy, taking the time for the pop goes Gick. He needs as much time as possible. Let's see, how does he play this? He knows where Meg is. He knows what they like. You've got 4 stacks of fire up. You're more than welcome to just go for the vault. Ooh, restraint. However, with the greed, she goes down. Another hook for Freddy. This puts him at 7. Add-on coming in clutch. The add-on did come in clutch. Freddy knows how much survivors like their vaults. He didn't bring bamboozle, so might as well bring it. 7 hooks on the board. What can he get done now? He teleports back. They're not healing as quick as they should. What can Freddy get done? Freddy a little lost as to where the survivors are gone. Listening out for them. No information. They're fully healed. He's looking. Not seeing anything of note. Forced to walk back to the moving generator and the hook. Generator is no longer regressing. No, it is still regressing. It is still regressing. Jake is in the dream realm. Freddy struggling to find where they are. Not making themselves known. You can't help but wonder, where are the survivors? There's the unhook. It's Freddy, you just gotta go for the TP. You gotta get back on this. You can't then let them get too much freedom here. You've got the pressure on the board. Might as well keep it. Alright, you found Steve, not the chase you want to be taking. As Freddy, you see Jake in the background. You do see Jake. So why not? Why not take this? Force him the direction you want to go. Ooh, nice. Steve playing this incredibly calmly. However, does get the injury on him anyway. Steve's going the other way. This is the question, which one do you take? Alright, you know that gen has a bit of progress on it from Meg. Might as well use it as an opportunity to investigate. There's a life. What can Freddy get done? Ooh. This might have been a poor decision by Steve. He's found himself in the area with both survivors, one of which on death hook. Now, as Freddy, you need to take him this way. Kick the pallet. The survivors still have so much on the table to use. A lot of resources. Ooh, nice, nice. Very calm. Well played. Question is, how does Freddy approach this now? Honestly, I think Freddy needs to take it away. He needs to leave. Oh, wait. Nice, nice. Freddy playing it smart, getting the down. Another kill on the board. This puts him at 8 hooks. This is exactly what he needs. Steve looking for body blocks. Now, as Freddy, you know that one of these gens over here has to be moving by Jake. You just need to check him out. Fred took Fred straight to, yep. And Freddy was right. He was right to come out here. A gen with a horrendous amount of progress. Nowhere to hide value. He sees where Jake is. And he's going to take this chase. However, it is worth considering. Ooh. And just hoping with another similar fake to Meg, he could have gotten the injury in the down. But alas, he has failed. Lies away. You don't mind this is Freddy, it's taking you back to the other gen. Preferably you'd like Steve. You'd want Steve, he's going up there. You gotta go check on this gen. Gotta keep the movement on the board. Progress here. Nowhere to hide value. Steve, nowhere to be seen. Weirdly enough, you suspect he's in a locker. Oh, wait, no. No. Jake here. Steve, just nowhere. Oh, Steve was on the other gen! Hold up. Now things are getting intense. We got adrenaline. Jake vanished into thin air. Now, how do you approach this? You need to know where Steve is.
Can you move the Killer Cup logo to the top right as not to cover puts?
I mean, I can do that, but also I have the gens in the top right. Alright, you need to chase Steve here. Again, you need the hook states. You have Blood Warden, remember. Just failing to get the injuries you need. You want to force him off that. Oh, he's not hopping off. He's not hopping off. Get the injury, get the down. Now as Freddy, you're forced to pick up. This was a rule I did not describe. Not too much slugging.
Don't be mean.
Alright. Question is, can he catch up to Steve? There's a Killer Shack offering. Steve likely doesn't know this. Steve, nowhere to be seen. Freddy knows he's out here. Freddy worrying about Killer Shack. Put some pressure. Question is, does he make it back in time? I don't think so. I think Steve might make it out here. Question is, does he return in time? Oh, the gate's not moving. Oh, Steve's been found. Unless Steve pulls a massive play, this just might be it for Freddy. He might have secured 12 hooks. Yes! Lies away, Geisha. Yeah. Geisha distracting the commentator. Now, realistically, Freddy just needs to wait out the time here. He doesn't need the hooks, but it's preferable. It's preferable. Steve trying to be cheeky. Not respecting Freddy. There is a pallet up here. Whether or not it's in Freddy's way, we'll find out. And there it is. Now we just wait. Yep, nice. Steve again, not respecting Freddy. And here we go. The fuck was that M2? Hey. Alright, Freddy had the heebie-jeebies. He had a poor start. He had a poor start. Alright, but he managed to bring it back in the end. He's gotten his 12 hooks. Survivors did complete all the gens, however. And there we go. There we go. And while I'm at it, I'll do what you said, and I'll move the logo to the top right. Alright, alrighty. Let's hop back over here. How did we think? How did we feel? That was a good first match. That was a good first match. Alright, Freddy has put himself in a strong position. 12 hooks on the board. Bad first match, but the survivors fumbled. I mean, in their defense, alright, Freddy picked up the pace, alright? He started tunneling relatively quickly in relation to getting hooks. Alright, he had a poor start. He had a poor start. Co-host, I meant. That's Nightmare Fredbear from the hit game Five Nights at Freddy's 4. Alright. Well, with that, let's go and consult the table. Alright. And we will put this right in. Alright, Freddy, starting off strong with 12 hooks. Next is the Harmless. It's time for the Unknown's turn. Treatment Theatre. Not something I really want to see, but there is plenty of walls. Let's see what can the Unknown get done. Get a car, but no cheap shit boxes out there. Alright, let's see. Unknown, what's the plan? Where do you start with? Hey! Undone value right there. Immediate information from the survivors. Goes for a UV, unfortunately doesn't get the rebound in the exact direction you want. Hearing footsteps. Might as well go for the party here. Ooh, nice. Unknown. Goes for the injury. M1. Immediate pallet drop. You don't mind this. You don't mind this as the Unknown. Off to a strong start. Ooh, unfortunately doesn't get it. Unfortunately doesn't get it. Trying to stay out of Steve's line of sight for just long enough. Nah, unfortunately doesn't get it. Alright, you suspect the insta-vault. Yep. Amazing call by the unknown. Perfect start to the game. Very, very different to Freddy's start. Now you just hope. Ooh, ooh. Ooh. And just as I was about to say, you were just hoping for no flashlight save, but unfortunately it has come. And now the unknown a little flustered. Wonders where Steve has gone. Question is, can he catch up and get something done? Unknown starting to lose time here, starting to lose time. You see Steve over there? Maybe Unknown was just a little too quick to celebrate. Just a little quick. You hear gen movement here. Might as well go investigate. You're gonna get unforeseen value here. Gonna get unforeseen value. You hear movement here. Cheryl just a little bit too on the ball. Able to hear that the unknown is coming. You see the dramaturgy. Unknown, what are you doing with your time, man? What are you doing? What are you doing? Trying to catch him off. Just, again, running straight in the opposite direction. Unknown struggling to catch anyone off guard. And Larry's just not treating him very well. Alright. Unknown finally in chase with Cheryl. Can he finally wrap it up? Or will he be hindered again? Let's see, let's see. Cheryl running through the middle of the map. Nice. Now is Unknown. You can see it. She does go for the vault. Oh, unfortunately you don't get the injury. Go for the teleport. Unknown trying to zone her off, but just not getting it done. 2 gens have popped already. Unknown needs to get his act together, but he's just not. He is just not performing. Renato trying to get in his way. Cheryl just taking the strong pathing. And just Unknown, he's just not getting it done. He's just off to a very, very poor start. You know, he's just not feeling it. The map is just not working in his favor. These survivors are way too competent, clearly, for him to compete with. So is Unknown. You need to wrap up a chase. You just need to as the Unknown. You just need to. Oh, you don't get the injury. You don't get the injury. Steve running in a strange path. And as the Unknown, you want to keep him here as much as you can. You're starting to see that Steve is the weak link here. Alright, he does have Lucky Break overcome. No, there might be a boon here. Nice. And this time, Unknown is going to be very, very careful about this unhook. Alright, he can't just take this willy-nilly. He's going to face the wall. Do his due diligence. Another gen pops. 2 is on the board. He's free to tunnel. He was doing alright. He was doing alright. He lost it. And now he needs to pick it up. Alright, he was acting all high and mighty and confident at the start of the match. Getting his quick and easy down, and he was punished heavily for it. Alright. Remember, you do how pop goes. There's the unhook. As the Unknown, how do you approach this? Here you go. Ah, you don't get that injury. You're hoping to catch him off. Remember, they do have dramaturgy. Just Unknown, struggling at every opportunity to get anything. The survivors are just simply all over the place. And he's just unable to keep a strong line with it. It's almost a little suspicious. Am I off in saying this? Wait a second. Unknown is starting to get a little suspicious. I don't... I think there's a little bit something sus going here. with Cheryl at least. Alright, go for the injury on Jake. He just accepts it. Not Jake, Renato. I kept thinking it's Jake. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Check perks. Yeah, might have to. Does get the UVX on Renato. Question is, can he do something with it? Renato hesitates on it. Oh, just every corner imaginable. Just getting in the way. Oh, nice play from the unknown. Manages to get the down. He's struggling. Can he pull it back? Might just be bad again. I just might. I just might. I mean, the unknown just might. Alright. At this point, you might as well go for the basement hook. You need to drag it back in one way or another. But that Cheryl, the Cheryl was a bit sus. Okay, we'll check the perks. All right, this might be going under review. She just seemed a little bit too quick, you know. She just seemed a little bit too quick. What did Cheryl do? She just seemed a little bit off in terms of speed. And she isn't like, she might be Epic Games. Yeah, this might be the first subtle cheater. I don't know. I've never been against one that I've been able to fully 100% confirm. So, I'm hesitant to go full gotcha on it. But we'll find out. We'll find out. Because they were just a little too fast. Like, with Bloodlust 1, Unknown was just not catching up in any regard. You know? He just wasn't. Doesn't help that Sab wasn't looping well. Excuse me. Sab isn't here. Sab is commentating. Alright. Question is, can Unknown get Steve down? He hesitated on the grab. Go for the injury on Lara. Cheryl's right over there. Alright, you need this. As the Unknown, you need this. You need it. You need it. Alright. Unknown, a little suspicious. He knows these survivors are just sticking around the corner. Send the survivors off. Go for the pick. Remember, he just needs hook states. Look at that. No, that's proof. What? What's proof? Rewind the footage. Could have been 99 sprint posts. They had dramaturgy. Fast fall from crash. Was it? They've immediately left. We'll check their perks. If this was confirmed, subtle cheater, this will be a redo for the Unknown. Because while they're allowed to go with whatever survivors, you know, on the board, they must be playing fairly. You know, that's just not on. Otherwise, just not on. There was a fast falls from crouch. I didn't recognize it. This is what I mean. It's like I can't recognize it. I'm too stupid at this game. Impossible unless you have a cheat. Looked medium to me. We'll review the footage. We'll review the footage. We'll look at their perks. They did have dramaturgy. So maybe they were just popping it always at the right time. Fast vaults need a proper right. I do know that. Alright. Only Steve remains. Got my glasses on and everything. The Unknown. Yep. I wear glasses for screens. I wear glasses everywhere because I'm blind. Which we all wear. Yeah, Jimmy, you wear glasses too. Alright, 6 hooks to finish off the Unknowns match. Again, we'll do a little investigation here, because we have reason to believe there has been a subtle cheater. Let's review. Alright, Vigil, Adrenaline, Iron Will, Dramaturgy. Nothing out of the suspicion yet. You see the utility flashlight. You see their P100. You do recognize they're not on PC necessarily. They could be on console. However, they could be also using an Epic Games account, which is usually the you know, the go-ahead for hackers. Again, we will review the footage right this second. Let's see, let's see. Alright, here we go. This is what we need. That was a fast vault. That was, in fact, a fast vault. That the footage shows that she goes from crouching straight into fast vault. That 0.25 speed. Yeah, we need the 0.25 speed. Here we go. Wait, 0.25. Here we go. Let's review it again one more time. All right, unknown starts walking up, worried about a save incoming from Cheryl. Zooming in hands. Zooming in hands. Oh, wow. I knew something felt off. She was playing just too cleanly, you know? Yeah, there it is. There it is. My first identifiable subtle cheater. I've literally never seen one before. Or at least that I've been able to identify. The first one that's been caught, we'll say. Caught in 4K? More like 1080p. But yes, caught. Caught in 1080p. Should have been a slow... Definitely, you're right. That couldn't have been a fast vault in that scenario. Straight up, wow. And you look back in, you know, earlier in the match. Let's see. Yeah, she would have had wall hacks. I think she might have had wall hacks. Because there's this part where I'm going up and down the wall. I think this, yeah, it must have been earlier. Like that wall on the right there. Where she just seemed to be mimicking where I was going very well. Could have been wiretap or something. Maybe, but was there a wiretap? Yeah, no one was running it. Yeah, so here I'm listening to her. And she's going backwards and forwards perfectly. Right here. Against this wall. And you can see I'm listening to her. And she immediately starts going the other way. Keep in mind, she doesn't have my terror radius, because it's on the gen. And yeah, and then, yeah, you just see it, she zooms off. And then more so in our second chase, where I'm calling it out. Because she just seemed way too quick. Alright, let's see. I'm glad this is going on YouTube. Yeah. Like, I might condense this match a little bit down. And I'll just put in the proper one. But I think it's important to see this. So yeah, we see her. Yeah, look at her. Nah, man, nah. Nah, man. Look at that. I would have caught it. Look at her. By the time I turn the corner, she's on the next corner. Surely. And then I hit Bloodlust 1 here. She vaults. I try cutting her off. She immediately knows. Which she might have just been on a check spot. Yeah, every time. He was winning. Well, we can't confirm yet. We've just determined that we've gone against our first subtle cheater that's been caught. We're reviewing the footage now. Yeah, the Cheryl. The Cheryl was a subtle cheater. So, for that reason, Unknown will get a second attempt at the match. Because that is just not on. They're watching stream, are they? Oh, interesting. Surprised they haven't said anything. Or even given a chance to disprove me. Alright. The Unknown, second attempt. Can he perform a little bit better this time? He's got an open map now. Oh. It's called Eyes with Kate. Kate, taking an interesting path. Oh. Manages to zone her out, gets the free injury. Just wanted to check who the show was called first. That's fair. I think the numbers are a bit different if we're talking the actual thing. Oh, Unknown getting a little bamboozled there. Jerrying that Kate was going the long way around. Goes for the vault. Goes for the other vault. You've got Undone here. You're going to get that speed boost. Oh, does Unknown make it here? She needs to throw the pallet. She does. Unknown managing to track her very well. Ooh. Throwing another pallet. Oh. Unknown manages to lose her this time somehow. She's gone right. There you go. He gets the UVX on her. First gen's popped. There you go, and he gets the injury. Nice. Nice work, Unknown. Yes, 5 pokes that could have affected her. She had a flashy. She did have a flashlight, a purple one. Alright, there we go. First hook for the unknown. A much better start. No flashlight save for the survivors. A few gens done. Or a few pallets gone, is what I meant. Alright, there we go. You see the next person for the chase. Gonna go for the UVX, misses it. Take the time for the pop goes, get some nowhere to hide value. Gonna act like you don't see them. But see if you can catch them off. Nah. Unfortunately unknown. Doesn't manage to get it done. But you might be able to get an injury here. Lara playing the tile very tight. Unknown gets the injury. No a save on the hook yet. Possibly, if the survivors are a bit too clueless, might give a 3-second stage. You hear them on the gen upstairs. There's the unhook, and a second gen has popped. And Unknown gets the down. You hear Feng right there. Might as well. You might as well. Get some more pressure on the board. Okay. I don't think maps show... Yeah, I don't think maps show kill aura. Only keys do by memory. Alright, second hook for the unknown. Takes the teleport over here. Looking for progress on gens. Just not seeing any. Would like to get some pop goes value. Here you go. Unknown hearing it. Seeing Feng. You've caught her out. Yep, nice, nice. Now, as the unknown... Oh! Feng number 2 made themselves known. Getting stuck on things. Oh. Unknown starting to get some pressure on the board. Starting to get some pressure. Now, you want to use pop goes. You want to get value from it. So you're going to go for the kick and then go for the pick. Oh. You see Feng running around. Gonna go for the pick though.
Biblical brew moment to commemorate the detective work done today. May we get a Columbo?
We can certainly get a Columbo. Alright, third hook on the board. Unknown on a very good pace right now. You see Feng. She was all the way over here. Hopefully Unknown can catch him out. They are undetectable. Just failing to catch wind of where they were. Oh, you see they're going for the save. Can Unknown put a stop to it? Ah, they've just left. They have just left. Unknown hoping to catch him off. Manages to do so. They're immediately over there with the save. That's teamwork. That's what you love to see as a survivor main. But as a killer main, that is not what you want to see. Go for the injury. Lara is running. Can the Unknown catch up and whittle them further down? Holding that check spot. Unknown manages to get the UVX on her. Unknown hoping for another cheeky shot. Gets the pallet drop. He's got her in a very, very unideal position. Somehow, though, Unknown's gotten confused. What the fuck? Wait. Unknown completely thrown off. Fell for the head-on play. But I think he gets the down here. Alright. Let's see, does Unknown get this pick unimpeded? He does, he does. Question is now, is he able to pick up the pace? There's a lot of movement on the board, only 4 hooks to his name. 2 gens remain, he's free to camp, he's free to tunnel. What can he get done? There's an explosion there as Unknown, you do not worry about that. You just simply do not. Another explosion over there. You've got your teleport free to use there. You've got to go investigate. But you've got to be right back on it if the unhook does occur. Nowhere to hide value. Now is Unknown. Oh, they've dispelled. That is not what you want to see as Unknown. There you go, you get the injury there broken. Oh, a little bit of a lag spike there. Just holding W. You're hoping as the unknown, you're pushing them towards your hallucination and exactly what you need as the unknown. The other gen pops. The other gen does pop. You gotta be quick now. As the unknown, you gotta be on it. You gotta be on it, you gotta be quick. Ping check? That might be a ping check. Nah, the numbers seem okay, for the most part. I think it was just a little hiccup there. Alright, and as unknown, do you take this chase? You do not. You do not. You need to maintain what little 3 gen you have here. And so you need to not necessarily focus on who's in your face right now. That's Lara. You need this. Ah, and the unknown just failing to hit it. There's the sprint burst. You wonder where the unhook E is. An unknown just fumbling when he just shouldn't be. Ah. As an unknown, you got to get this pop out. Alright. Kate trying to get the attention of the unknown. Unknown can't give it to her. He just cannot. He's got to pressure other ends, other avenues. Okay, you've got Feng that's injured. And you've got Feng that is not injured. Both are running away in the direction you don't want to see. Halt. Nice, nice, nice. This might be just the chase the unknown needs. Can he wrap it up quickly? That's the only thing. He's got to be quick about it. He can't waste time. He cannot. Off. Feng taking the poorest lines. Oh, thank you for the follow, whoever that is. Alright, now the unknown. The question is, where do you put him? Where do you put him? Oh, being careful there. Alright, here you go. You're going to get pop goes from this. You know she's just there to distract you. Exactly. The gen's moving way too quickly for you to ignore. Gotta go for the kick. Alright, you gotta go back. You gotta go back. You gotta pay attention. You gotta look at where the scratch marks are going. Okay, as the unknown, you can't ignore Feng. Ah, but you just lost her in all the hub. She's taken the widest line known to man. Oh, the unknown managing to catch up with her. Can he finish it? He can! You don't want that DS now. You don't want that DS. You can't have it. You can't have it. Alright, nice. The unknown with their first kill on the board. The question is, can they recover? They're away from the gens. They're gonna be popping. They're gonna be popping soon. He's gotta get moving. He's got 7 hooks on the board. This gen's been moving like crazy. And also you suspect the other one as well. There you go. Alright, and as the unknown, you gotta take a chase on Kate. She's got more hook states available. He doesn't have nowhere to hide. He's not gonna... Not nowhere. No way out. So he's not gonna be getting value from that. Get the UVX. You suspect a dead hardy. This way too... Yep. That was way too peculiar of a line to ignore. Alright, gonna go for the hook. Is this a tournament? This is a tournament. Alright, you've come in right at the start. Star from Bo. Or Boo. Alright. Gates have opened. Question is, can unknown sneak any more? Oh, Fang immediately leaves. Question is, can he catch Larry's officially? He can't beat Freddy anymore. It was just, alas, a little bit too slow. I can tell you no, the answer is, that's none. What? They're hacking? There was a hacker last match. Oh, there's the unhook. Oh no. What can the unknown do? Alright, he sees both of them here. Question is, who's the better person to go for here? They don't throw the pallet. Can the unknown do something here? Can he do something here? He's going to take this line. He's going to cut it tight. You know the dead hard's there. You know the dead hard's there. Exactly, you know the dead hard's there. Go for the pick, hopefully no DS. But you suspect it. No DS! No DS. The unknown has a chance here. If Lara's a bit too hesitant, he might be able to find her. Nah, and she leaves. And with that, unknown finishes with 9 hooks. Are they all hacking? Or someone was caught hacking. They were doing subtle cheats. DS deactivates an endgame hack? That is true. You're so correct, Smurf School. Alright, unfortunately, unknown was not able to best Freddy, but hey. Hey. Alright, we got some endgame salt with that. GG, well played. Good luck next game. Alright, there we go. I've gotten the Columbo. Let us head over to the scoreboard now, and let us assess the situation. Do not get too hasty here. He simply lost the round. That doesn't mean he's lost the game. Alright, with that, that is a win for Freddy, and a loss for the unknown. So Freddy's now at 3 points in the group stages. So next is Wraith versus the Twins. Just looked in your profile here, you could say, good morning, you don't know if I broke both legs and it was a bad morning, I feel hurt. Cut to commercial, cut to commercial!
POV, I'm your cow. Good morning. Moo 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 moo. Moo 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 moo. Moo moo. Moo moo.
Oh wait, no, you said if I broke both legs. I assumed you did break both legs. Okay, I'm just... You're right, I don't know. Oh wait, the match is starting. Alright. Friends Club Games is clicked. That is true, that is true. I don't know why the game... Alright, Wraith! Third match of the day. Let's see, let's see. Will he have the same troubles as Unknown? Who's to say, who's to say? Not hearing any progress over here. Wraith has made the poor play here. He hasn't found the survivors quick enough. He's starting to sweat now. Survivors have just been pumping gens today. And here you go. And Ace just playing so comfortably. Wraith trying to throw him off guard. Unfortunately unable to do so. Tap. No, Adam Francis getting a little courageous with the flashlight. If anything, playing in to Wraith's hands here. He does have Shadowborn. He's more than comfortable. Alright, you get that free kick. Might as well. And with that, you get the speed boost, and you get the down, you get some search value with it. Perfect. Almost textbook for Wraith. Alright, and you got basement over here. You might as well take it. Nice, nice. Excellent start. Better than any other start we've had so far. Freddy and Unknown both struggled at the start of their matches. Ever use Shadowborn? Not really. I don't really use it either. I might start using it. If I'm getting this kind of value from it, damn. Oh, you see the scratch marks as Wraith and you just have to investigate. And, like that, Wraith has gotten a cheeky second hook. And now with this, Wraith has got a lot of pressure on the board, but remember, you can't really camp. You're seeing scratch marks again. And again, you just... The survivors making a strange play. Wraith isn't supposed to be camping, but he has no reason to leave. And you just know that Adam likes his little flashlight saves. But Wraith, so early on in the game, needs to go for the pick. He can't be camping, but he's not being allowed to leave. The survivors are just sticking around. Oh, and you have the DS. You have the unhook. Here you go for Ace here. Oh, and the dead hard. It was calculated. They played very well there. Alright, you've got Bamboozle here. You want to force Kill Shack Pallet. You want to force it here. Oh, and unfortunately Wraith was just a little bit too close there. He played a bit too carelessly. He's lost a lot of pressure here, but hey. This is what we're all about, is the intensity. It is all about the intensity, alright, and just going for it and just gunning it. That's what it's all about. Alright, you got Gen movement here. Got Ace. Oh, Wraith again, just getting a little too close for comfort. Making some poor decisions. Wraith just needing to catch up. Ace, you suspect DS, but given that he did do an unhook, He doesn't need to worry about that. Get the quick kick. He's got to get back on top of him. You do hear gen movement up here. Ah, and as Wraith, you've just made a poor play on all bars. Maybe it was wise to stick onto AEST there, but hey, sometimes you just got to make a play. You can't. Sometimes it just ain't the best. Sometimes it is just not the best. Now does he? Oh, he gets caught. He gets caught. You're hoping for the blind here. Nope, they're reserved. They're reserved in their use of the flashlight. As a Wraith, you don't really want that. Oh, remaining very calm with it, but unfortunately they do get the down. Goes for the quick pick, another gen is popped. You hear someone going for the save, unfortunately they don't make it in time. Why are we talking about Wraith? What? Alright, you see the scratch marks. Wraith needs to go investigate. He needs to get pressure back on the board. There you go, you get the pallet drop. He's made the wrong play though, he's gone the wrong way. 3 gens have popped. I mean, 2 gens have popped. He can now camp. He can't tunnel though. Can't tunnel. He needs to go for Adam here. He needs to go for Adam. Alright. As much as he'd love to go for Nia there. They've given away the free hit. He needs to go for Adam though. Oh, Adam. Ooh, very, very calmly played. Ah, just a bit overshot by Wraith. Ah, Wraith starting to choke. He's starting to choke. He's starting to choke a little, but can he pull it back? He needs to be calm. He needs to be calm. Alright, he's caught Jake out. But just again, pallets galore everywhere he looks. Everywhere he looks, there is a pallet he can tunnel now. But it might just be a little too late. He's got Bamboozle there. He's free to go for it. There might be another pallet here. Gets the injury. They're healing. He's got to go for this. There's the pallet here. He doesn't mind if he has to kick it. Alright, give him less resources. Create a dead zone. Get the down. Now if Ace sticks around, you might as well get some free injuries. Nah, he's left. Alright, go for the pick. Go for the pick. Unfortunately, no surge value here. Ace immediately going back to that gen. As a Wraith, you really need to pick up the pace if you want to get a win. Alright. Ace is nearby.
Bonk and bonk.
Is your bonk?
Bonk, 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 bonk.
There it is. Now Wraith is free to camp and tunnel here. He doesn't need to entertain this as long as Ace would like. There's the unhook. Here we go. This is Wraith's chance. This is Wraith's chance. You see Nia over there. Do you entertain her? I don't think so. I think you just push this. You just push this as Wraith. You need to. You have to. You just have to. You suspect a dead hard here? No? There you go. Get some surge value. DS could be disastrous here. No DS. And that is a down for the Wraith. Now the question is, how do you approach this? There's so many gens on the verge of popping. Yep, that one's popped. Nia. Yeah, Nia's run off. As Wraith, you gotta come back to this gen. You just can't leave the gen as Wraith, unfortunately. There's just simply too much progress on it to ignore. But you just know they're immediately going to be on this gen over here, possibly even healing somewhere. So as Wraith, how do you play this? Ah. Oh. Ooh. Get the kick, you've got to get it regressing. Wraith just failing. And as Wraith, you're starting to see the doors closing in. Again and again, competent survivors. Yep, and there you go. There you go. Just Ace, not making any mistakes for the Wraith to capitalize off. He just simply is not. Just simply not making any mistakes that Wraith could possibly get anything from. He's trying to keep him on this side of the map. Yep, just eat it. Try and see if you can coax him away. Nah, you just need to go for this. Remember, he does have Dead Hard. He does have Dead Hard. Look at these teammates, man. They are just on it. They are just on it. He's immediately... Oh, he's just getting further and further away. And as Wraith, you're hoping to catch him off in some guard. But honestly, it's given how many fucking pallets there are on this map. You just can't, honestly. You just can't. You just can't. And here he goes for the final sprint. You know there's like nothing on this end of the map for him to use. Nah, he just takes it. You just need that injury on Ace. That's all you need. Do you suspect a Dead Hard? No? Gotta force him out. Go for the pick. If you can take one, you can take all. There you go. There you go. Can Wraith... Can he? He's got to be quick. He's got to be quick. Cut the corner. He's got Adam. Does he make it in time? Does he make it? The hook's right here. The hook's right here. Can he? Can he make it? I think he does. I think he does. Ooh. Lovely, lovely return for the Wraith. Oh my lord. How close. How close. And he finishes off with 10 hooks. Nothing to complain about there. Forgiven how competent these survivors were, how on top of things they were. He did a fantastic job, I think. Why aren't you boring them? Out of principle. Out of principle. GG's Nerf flag. You guys were very, very competent. I will give you full credit for that. You guys were on top of it. It was a good match, good match. And with that, let's consult the scoreboard. Why is your PNG so drained? What happened? He's been through a lot. He's been through a lot. He has been through a lot. Alright, let's consult this. We'll write this in. 10 hooks for Wraith. Ugh. And now next is Twins. Why is a giant black and white striped pub cup in here? That's just Terry. Don't mind him. He just protects the Wi-Fi box. Don't even worry about it. He just protects the Wi-Fi. Okay, just keep eating the cheese. Don't even worry about it. Just keep eating the cheese. I love Terry. Yeah, Terry's great. You know. Also, Terry's been sleeping with me. What? Ah! Oh. Alright, the Twins. They're on the game. They need more hooks than Wraith to secure a win. If they get 10 hooks, it's a draw. But on the game, whew. Charlotte and Victor have their work cut out for them. Alright, there you go. You get the injury with Victor, but it is a fair distance away. 8 PM? Jeez. Yeah, just a little bit off. Alright, can Charlotte catch up in time? There goes Victor. There is the injury, though. Alright, you've got Victor back. Honestly, you might even just use Victor here. This is a perfect loop for him. Alright, it's just straight, consistent lines. There you go. There you go. Clean work from Victor. Helping out her. His sister Charlotte. Oh, and you already see. You know the team likes their flashlight saves. Yep, and you're seeing more people make their way in. Victor being a champ, being assistive help. And, I mean, if you're Twins here, you're just gonna be taking this. Yeah. And V, despite all these people coming around for the save, just not sticking around the corner, you know, just not getting under the pallet. Oh, they get the unhook. She can't camp or tunnel in this scenario. She has to go for the picks. Twins my slug royalty. I mean, hey, like I said, Twins, they're surprise hitters. You don't expect them. Alright, and as Charlotte, you might as well get some oppression value out there. Victor the king. Victor is a king. Alright, you did see Alan Wake. He's gone for the save. Alright. Remember, Charlotte isn't allowed to tunnel at this point in the match. She has to go for Alan. Now, you might want to actually take Alan this way around the situation. And if he's not careful, Charlotte... Oh, she doesn't have Q stacks. She doesn't have Q stacks. Now she does. If anything, you kind of hoped for that gen to pop just that smidgen sooner. But alas, beggars can't be choosers. She does have Q now. She can make something happen. But she might not need to. But she's going to play it safe. Get the down. Get the down. Have you ever done a win streak? I have. It's not very good on Killer. It's not good. You do have basement there, but I don't think they make it in time. It's worth a crack. I think Charlotte's going to be pushing it with this play. Let's see. Let's see. She might be rewarded for this. Nah. Terrible play from Charlotte. She was getting greedy there. That was the highest, too. Alright, you go for the unbind here. You go for the unbind. You throw Victor. Victor's been performing. And he will do it once again. There you go. Amazing work. Victor, he gets it done. He gets it done without a second thought. Oh, and you're getting information here from Victor. Oh, Charlotte may have just... Ooh. Charlotte almost got terribly punished there. She just overestimated how much she needed to turn there. Could have been very, very poor there. What kind of win streak was it? Not a very good one. Actually, no, my basement bubble went pretty well. We got far along with that. Alright, Victor not giving any more information. You do see scratch marks around here. You do see scratch marks. Oh, got some information here. Might as well put out some more oppression value. V has run off. Listening for gen movement. You hear some up here. Yeah, you can't ignore this. You can't ignore this. Ooh, and a free injury on Leon. Not exactly the chase you want to be taking, but he's taking you where you kind of want to be. You're not too opposed to this as Charlotte. Question is, does he pre-drop? He doesn't pre-drop. There's the unhook on Alan. 3 gens remain. Charlotte is free to camp now. Yeah, and you suspect the drop. Get these nasty pals out of the way. It's difficult. Ooh. Charlotte might be able to make something happen here. What? Oh. Oh, you sly devil. You sly devil. That was very well played. That was very well played. Charlotte has been foiled. She has been thrown off. You see the healing over here. Charlotte seeing Alan. Oh, Alan has thrown himself in a very poor position. Gets the down. Oh, there's the kick by V. The question is, can Charlotte catch up in time? She just might be able to. You see V there. Now Charlotte, you just go for the pick here. You just go for the pick. Ooh, there's flashbang. There's the unhook. There's the Sabo. They're going for everything. They don't want this hook to occur. But I don't think against all odds, I think it's just going to happen. Oh, they do not want Twins getting a single hook. They're feeling nasty, aren't they? They are feeling nasty, but Twins is feeling nastier. Alright, they are upset with their little performance at the start of the match. There you go. Getting another down. Get the injury. Go for the pick. Don't have to worry about a Sabo this time. Alright, 2 gens remain. Victor being recalled. Now, if Charlotte can catch up to Leon here, which she might be able to. She's seen him hugging that corner. There we go. Perfect, perfect. I don't think she makes it though. Yeah, force him off it. Nice. Patience. Patience is key here. Patience is key. Charlotte with another down on the board. You're getting information. You know Felix is looking for his cheeky plays here. Yeah. Felix might have just thrown the game. Because remember, Charlotte can camp, she can tunnel. So in this situation, why not do it? Why not do it? Why not do it in this scenario? Why not force? Alright. Okay, night everyone. Remember everything you say. I can twist against you. Good night, Star from Boo. And once again, thank you for the follow and sticking around and having a good chat. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your night. Alright, first death for Twins. She's at 6 hook states now. A few more. And she will have matched the Wraith. Oh. Leon's having a bit of a hissy fit. Oh. Twins has found V. Can she make something happen here? Can she make something happen? Oh, nice. And the coup. The coup. Coming in at such a crucial moment. This might be game, set, and match. Oh, and the Twins. The Twins have done it again. I don't know how they do it, but they do it every single goddamn time. They do it every goddamn time. Actual sleeper hits. Actual sleeper hits. Alright, and we see where little cheeky Leon bot is going. So Charlotte can wrap this up. And that is his 12 hook states for the Twins, giving them the win as opposed to the Wraith. Very, very close game. I will give them that. Very close game on both sides. They did nearly finish all the gens. They were very on top of it. the hot tip. If there's two survivors next to each other, live victory really well. That's true, yeah. It's gonna sound crazy, I'm not a Twins player, so I don't know these things. And I'm too stupid to think about them. Alrighty, alright. Let's get the table up. And we will plug that in. 12 hook states for the Twins. That is a win for the Twins and a loss for Wraith. What the hell? There's some salt back here, but nothing crazy.